Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about the new update from FlutterFlow. And the date of the update is the 9th of February 2023. And the update includes the state management, update to web app performance. So the web app it's loading faster now. We have a new widget and brand new templates and more, of course. So let's talk about the state management. Uh, Previously, we had in FlutterFlow, we actually had state management, which is only local state. But right now, if you actually go to FlutterFlow and you want to update, sorry, let's say that I want to update the local state. Previously, I have to write update, and here, sorry, I should see update local state, but right now I see update app state. And the reason for that is that they changed local state for app state because now we have three different states. We have the app state, we have the page state, and we have the component state. And the change, the reason and the change is that the app state right now is the previous local state. So if you want to use the app state, you can actually watch this video, this official FlutterFlow video that they are explaining the same thing, but I will just briefly tell you what is it about. So the app state, as I said, is the previous local state. So those variables that you define over here or declare over here, they are used across your whole app. If you actually have some variable which is page specified variable, right now you can use this new button which is state management, and here you can add your local page state variable. And this is used only for this page. So the reason for that is that if you only need some variable which is page specified, then it's best to use this kind of local state. And if you and the third one, it's the component specified variable, which is actually when you click on whatever component you have, there is a new option over here, which is local component state variable, and you can just add your state variable over here. So, and this is, as I said, this is component based only, this is page based only, and this is whole app based only. Of course, you can use app state in your whole app. It doesn't matter. If your app it's not a big app, if you have like 10 or 15 app states, you can use it right here. But if your app is big or your project is big like mine, I have my demo project. You can see over here that I have like more than 30 app states, and this is get polluted a lot, and probably you don't need this. Probably it's better to just think, do I need this variable page specified or do I need this variable component specified? So think about that next time you create your variable, and yeah, make sure that you create it component based, page based, or app based. So this is actually a huge update because of the cluster previously you get, as I said, in the app state. And now there is a solution for that, which is great. And as I said, you can check their video about that. And the next thing we have is the web app performance improvements. This is actually hard to show for the sole reason is that I actually think I don't have a web app, and there is hard to compare the web app like it was before. this update and after the update. So yeah, just take FlutterFlow words for it. That is super fast. Please make sure, so not make sure, but please write me in the comments if you're actually using web app and if you actually notice the difference. And what if you notice the difference, what is the difference between the old version and the new version? But I saw previously that there were a lot of posts in the community about the slow loading of web apps, so let's hope that this is now fixed. And then the third update, the third big update is the rich text widget. So when I first actually saw the rich text widget, I was thinking that what is the difference between the rich text widget and the text, the combination of the text. So let me show you what I mean. If I go over here, so the combined text. So what is the reason? What is the difference between the combined text and the rich text? So let me show you. Probably I can use this page over here. And I already created a rich text over here, but let me just create a combined text. So if I click over here, I can remove this because I don't need it. So this is the combined text. Let's say that I have combined text of hello world, and I have a new one which says hello world again. So in the combined text, we cannot actually specify uh, the font and the font width and the font family and the font size and the color and so on and so forth. So if I specify, for example, a red color, this will be specified for the whole combined text. But if we actually need to specify um, so here we can actually specify the red for the whole text, which we can do it right now like that. But also we should be able to specify, for example, this text, the second text, we should be able to specify it like that. So now let me zoom in a little bit so you can see better. So now you see that the only so let me just put a little bit padding so you can see probably better. Yeah, but now you can actually see that we can actually make the second text red and the first text to be black, which is great, which is absolutely lovely. And then here, the other benefits that we have is that we're supposed to be able to put actions inside this text. So when we have this rich text, we should be actually click on action and then add a navigation, for example, to some other page. Let's say that I want to add a navigation to this page. So right now, in theory, when you click on this, when you click only on this part of the text, you will be navigated. So I know a lot of people will already asked, and I hear your question, uh, that what if I have a rich text? So let me show you what I mean. So I created this video, which is about integrating the HTML rich text editor with Firebase and FlutterFlow. So if you click actually on this link, the whole idea here is that you will have like a rich text or HTML editor, and uh, you can write your text and save it into Firebase. So the problem with that is that the text that you're going to save from this package or this widget will going to be uh, HTML in HTML format. And the problem with that is that this is not an HTML format. So your question will be, can I actually use the code that I created in this widget, use it over here? And unfortunately, the answer is no. The only way you can actually use the new text widget with a text editor should be with your with a lot of custom functions that are actually uh, adding the code that you need in order to display it the right way. So for example, here I have this text, and this is the style of my text, and this is the color of my other text. So you need to have actually, you need to create it dynamically. So based on FlutterFlow, that is no code, and most of you guys don't know how to code it. This is not the idea of the platform. I'm assuming that this will be not possible, but let's hope that in the future FlutterFlow will actually create a text editor which you can actually use, and then you can save this data and then create and then output the rich text. As I said, right now you have to build your rich text, and you cannot get your, I mean, you can't get the actual text, but it will be hard. For example, yes, you can get the height, so you can actually make it so you can get the height. You can change the height here. So let's say that the height is 24. Sorry, this is the whole rich text. I should do it for the single element. So let's say, for example, this is a small one and this is a big one. I actually created a word cloud. So if you haven't watched my video, FlutterFlow from beginning to pro, building a complete app with custom actions. Here in this app, I was not trying, but I actually built a word cloud. So I think this is actually the best to create a word cloud like widget using this new rich text. And let's continue. The other improvements that we have are added a stop sound action. I don't know if I actually can select this without having any sound, but let me just check it out. So if I have a sound, yeah, we can see it right here. We have the stop sound. Previously we didn't have the stop sound. I don't know why. To be honest, if we have a play, we should have a stop, right? But now we have it. Now we have the stop sign. Sorry, the stop sound action. And we also have added a widget to show you when something isn't configured correctly in the UI builder. To be honest, I looked at this new widget, but I was not able to find it for some reason. There should be something with loading or not unable to load something, but probably if you have, I'm guessing right now that if you have a backend query, and let's say that you are querying something, doesn't really matter what, and I'm guessing that they're talking about this section over here, but I'm not really sure about it. Which is when something it's when something is loading, or when something if you have an empty component or an empty data with it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you actually get which is the widget. As I said, I was not able to find it. And then we have added a doc ID render from reference. So yeah, I'm not sure what they exactly mean by adding a doc ID render from reference. You should be able to render a document from reference and you should be able to specify which collection you want to render documents from. And I'm not sure about that. So if you know about what they mean, let me know in the comments so we all know what is the idea for that. And then you have the UI improvements on smaller screens, and we have performance improvers for larger screens, which is great because my screen it's apparently this here. And then you have you can now click to see the full name of your uh, collaborators. So this is actually should be in the settings, and this one should be over here, which is this part, if you just needed to know where it is, where that is. And then we have new FlutterFlow templates. So when you click on the create project, when you click on create a new project, we should be able to see the new templates over here. And I think so because we have the project templates and we have also the page templates. But it says photo sharing app, and there is a link actually, so you can just click on the link. And this is actually a marketplace template. They're not here. When you actually click on the marketplace, those are the app templates, and the one that they're talking about, apparently it's called the one that they're talking about, it's apparently called Spotify. So we have photo sharing app, we have messaging app, and we have music stream app. So those are very good when you don't have time to build your app, and you can actually just click and get the whole app that you need. And currently we have free items in the marketplace, but they keep on saying that the paid items are coming soon. So let's hope that they're actually coming soon. And yeah, I think that was everything from today's update. And we have some improvements, of course. And what is coming actually for the next update, they say we should have a storyboarding, which is great actually because there were a lot of people asking for that. And before we actually before I leave you, I just want to tell you that if you have any questions, just go to my calendar, which should be in the description. And you can actually join the live streams that I do every Wednesdays. Next Wednesday, I will be offline, but the Wednesday after that, it's actually already full. So there are all the people because there are slots and all the slots are full. So you can actually join me on the first available date because the slots are actually filling faster and faster right now. So thank you very much for that, and thank you very much for the support, and have a nice day. Take care. Bye.